Hello, everybody, and welcome to All Things Small Business, where I talk to you about everything small business. And I'm super excited today to have you, the CEO and co-founder of Swoop Funding. Thank you, Andrea, for so much for joining me. I know it's morning for you. I appreciate your time.
Thank you for having me. And yes, it's the morning in London in the UK, and it's snowing outside.
It's so exciting. Lovely.
Yeah.
I'm so super excited to tell everybody about your amazing company and what you've created. So I would love to start by asking you if you could share a little bit more about Swoopies, where the idea came from and why you designed it for small businesses only.
Sure. Swoop Funding is a platform, a website where every single small business owner can come, learn about various forms of finance, just integrate their data sources like their cloud accounting, banking. We pull information, publicly available information. And what we're trying to do is compress the time it takes for any business owner to search the market and find out what's out there for their business. When they see what's out there, and if there's something that they really want to go for, then the technology and the team that we have manage that through to completion. And the idea came from, so my background, I was an accountant with KPMG, and then left and set up my own corporate finance firm. And I was working with really innovative businesses that needed a lot of capital. And sometimes they were startups, sometimes they were older. And so I really had to dig deep and find every form of finance for them. So in some cases, it would be innovation grants, sometimes loans, sometimes equity investment. And what I discovered over a decade of doing that is that every business owner needs that assistance. And not many of us can afford corporate finance advisors. It's like thousands of dollars when actually you're trying to raise money. So I thought about how could I build a model where this could be accessible to everybody, where they could have their own financial advisor helping them. And so with cloud accounting and, the Consumer Data Rights Act, publicly available information, it became easier to do the heavy lifting for business owners through technology and then marrying that with experts. So it came from lots of years of experience. And realizing I was using the same information, just packaging it differently for my clients to send to a bank, etc. And so, yeah, that's where the idea came from, working with, hundreds and hundreds of business owners over the years and getting to understand how one goes about being successful in getting finance.
Okay, I'm going to dig a little bit deeper into the site then, because I have been on it and it is absolutely incredible. It's designed to perfection and, kudos to whoever put it together. It's so easy to use. It's incredible. So let's talk a little bit more about exactly what people get when they visit the site. What will they expect if they haven't seen it already?
Yeah, so in a lot of cases, just a business owner might be thinking, I'm not sure if I need finance, or I'm desperately in need of finance. I'm having a cash crunch. And it's a very intimidating experience to actually go and raise finance. So I guess the first thing they can do is come to the site and go to our Knowledge Hub. And in there, it demystifies every single thing about finance in plain speak. There's no jargon. And where the market uses jargon, we debunk that for you and make it super easy to understand. So it could be that they just want to educate themselves on the different forms of products that are out there. It could be that someone's going for equity investment and they don't even know how to start that process, or where does one find an investor. So it's it's kind of taking yourself on that journey. Reading case studies that might help you understand. You can download our templates for your equity investment. Apart from that, you can quickly build your profile on the platform. It's super easy and super fast. You can integrate your accounting data. So a lot of the time, people start businesses because they have a great idea right? So they have a great product or service that they think the world needs. They don't start businesses to become accountants. And suddenly we all think that they should know everything about affordability on business loans, what's the best way. Like everyone just assumes business owners are, filled with financial literacy about all of this. So it's about saying, no, we're not. It's okay not to know this. And don't worry, because we're not going to have you apply for something if you do not have a super high success rate of success potential. And so for us, it's about you get someone to go on that journey with you who's on your side. And I think today, the world is so uncertain, and getting finance may seem really, really tricky and difficult, but you don't have to waste your time doing that as a business owner anymore. That's what we're there for.
It's amazing. And as a small business owner, when I'm starting to look for funding, what do I need to know? What do I need to prepare before I go in? What should I bring to the party before I start this search?
Yeah, the thing that I always say, one of my sort of mantras and tips that I always give to business owners, I always say the phrase, always be money ready. And what I mean by that is, if some provider is going to give you money, whether that's an investor, a grant agency, or a lender, they're always going to want to see up-to-date financial information. And so therefore, having your accounts up to date, your management accounts up to date, having your last set of files accounts available. Those are sort of the key items. Understanding that they will want to see bank statements. And a lot of the time when business owners start out looking for finance, and sometimes they leave it too late. So second tip is never look for money when you're desperate for money. You should always start the planning much earlier. And that sounds counterintuitive. Like, I get that. But the bottom line is, what lenders look at is, can they see that you have enough cash in there to keep going and then to be able to repay the loan? And if they see any form of tension, if they think, oh, this business is actually going to be out of cash in 3 months if we don't give this injection, and we can't see how it's going to sustain itself, even if a lender does give you the finance, it's going to be a more expensive form of finance. So that is one of my tips. Always plan ahead and look and say, gosh, if I'm not 100% certain that I'm going to get paid by my customer on time, and that could have an impact on my cash flow, then start taking that action now. You can always put contingencies in place. There are so many different facilities, which we'll, I guess, chat about, but you can get a pre-approved facility and you only pay for it when you use it. And that's not just for overdraft, it's for invoice financing, working capital facilities. So it's always good to have contingency in there for sure.
I'm super excited to have connected with your team here in Australia. I know people will be watching this from all around the globe, and you are in 4 countries. I've just announced that around the globe. So I'm super excited for people here in Australia to connect with the team, because I have spoken to them and they're absolutely amazing. They are very knowledgeable and accredited brokers. So it's good to know that you have amazing backup and a good team. And I'm glad that you shared that hub, because that was another thing that I wanted to bring up. So in that hub, do you do blogs as well? Do you have regular things that people can connect with to read weekly?
Yes, we do blogs, we do webinars, podcasts. Everything is in there, and we're always finding out what's going on in the market. What are people preparing for in Australia, and then everything is written around the relevance to that. So yes, lots of content and educational material there, even if you're just trying to, you might have started a business and you're trying to navigate your way around the market. So yeah, it's all there. And as you say, we've a great experienced team that has been broking in the market. And really what we're trying to do is just help the broker market become more efficient, become more digital, and help business owners be able to interact in a much more seamless way. It shouldn't always have to be we're having to manually prepare information, especially when we're all using cloud accounting now. So yeah, that's the idea.
Yes. So I commend you. You have a wonderful platform. Thank you so much for coming on today and sharing the foundation and the knowledge, and obviously your wealth of experience in this industry. I'm excited for people to stop and take a look. I have a link on my website. It is on my front page. It is, you just scroll up, it's just down a little bit further. You'll see Swoop. It's one of the first ones. I would appreciate it if you connected with me on that, with them. And if you have some time to head over to their Instagram and just chat to them. They're amazing. They're really, really knowledgeable, and I'm sure they'd love to hear from you. So thank you so much, Andrea, for your time this morning. You can get on with your day now. Thank you so much.
Thanks for having me. And yes, I look forward to coming to see you soon. Bye.
Oh, I would love that. Yes, finally. Thank you. Have a good day.